Okay, so this is going to be the sporting part of our segment. We'll have a look at the A-League this week. So there wasn't really anything that stuck out for us in the A-League. No. We don't really want to tip the draw too often either. We don't want to be those guys. It's pretty tough to cheer for the draw.
Yeah, no, you don't want to be sitting there cheering for a team to score and then change teams mid-game. So.
Yeah, so maybe for a little bit of value, I found the Melbourne victory at $2.50 in the Derby. The victory seemed to be coming good, and I'm not hot on Melbourne City at the moment.
No, they've lost their striker as well.
Yeah, so they're $2.50, and we'll have a bit of a multi. We'll have the Jets and Sydney FC, who did us good last week in our multi, and we'll throw victory on top of that, and that'll get you a nice little $8.71 for that three-leg multi in the A-League. Moving on to the Premier League.
Yeah, like a few roughies. I don't mind Everton at $5.30. Chelsea are backing up after the League Cup. Short turnaround. They had to get their stars off the bench. Morata's suspended. Everton hit a purple patch under Allardyce. So.
Yeah, they've come good since Sam's taken over.
Yeah, so
$5.30 looks pretty good there, considering Everton have had the week off.
Yeah.
I think the best bet of the weekend is Liverpool. Liverpool are $2.75 at the moment to beat Arsenal Saturday morning at 6:45. And that's hard for me to say because Tim here is a Liverpool fan and I'm an Arsenal fan, but our defence is horrible. Liverpool's front three have been tearing teams to shreds. $2.75 looks really, really good for me. Tim, you don't mind Swansea?
I like Swansea. I know they're going bad. They're coming last, but the old sack the manager. Usually the team shows up the next week to stick it to the old manager. So $2.90 to beat Crystal Palace. I know they've come good, but we'll be cheering for Swansea at home.
Yeah, Crystal Palace aren't unbeatable by any stretch of the imagination. So a new manager might work wonders for them. And Sunday morning, 6:45 for me. I like the look of Leicester. Both teams played, Leicester and Manchester United that is, both teams played midweek. Leicester had their stars rested for the League Cup game, so did United, but Leicester get the extra days back up. Vardy and Mahrez back into the team, and I think they can catch Manchester United sleeping at $4.50.
Yeah, they were poor, and they had a few stars play Man United.
Yeah, so that's us for that. That's us for the Premier League. We'll have a bit of a soccer multi as well. So as I said, Liverpool, really good value at $2.75. Yeah. I'm going to throw West Ham in there as well. They came through for us last week in our multi.
Stick solid.
So they're in there, and Barcelona played Real Madrid in the El Clasico this weekend. Whenever you get odds of $2.75 for a team like Barcelona, I feel like you've just got to throw them in there. So. I know it's against Real Madrid, but $2.75 to me represents pretty good value, and that'll get you a tidy $15.88 for a three-leg multi. So, that seems pretty good to me.
Yep.
You happy with that?
Yeah. Ronaldo hasn't trained for 3 days, so and now they're not going that great, to be honest, Real Madrid. So.
All right. So yeah, that's our soccer wrap. We'll move on to the NFL. Again, we had a three-leg multi in the NFL get beat on the buzzer.
Yeah.
50-yard field goal. Walk-off for the 49ers, so that was a bit heartbreaking.
Yeah, beat my team as well, the Titans.
Yeah, I was cheering that one to go wide. So we're going to get into the NFL. I could only really find one outsider this week that I really liked. That's the New York Giants at $2.75. Again, another case of sacking their coach. They played really hard last week. Eli Manning seems to have found a little bit of form against an Arizona Cardinals team who are out of the running for the playoffs. I can see the Giants giving themselves a good run, so I like them at $2.75. We're going to throw that into a multi, so the $2.75 for the Giants into Jacksonville Jaguars to beat the 49ers. I know the 49ers popped up and cost us last week, but the Jags are on another level, so we'll throw that in there as well. We're going to throw Dallas in at $1.45. They've got their stud running back.
Yep.
He's back from suspension now, 6 weeks, so he'll get plenty of touches. They'll beat the Seahawks, who are coming off an absolute flogging to the Rams. And to put a little bit of value on top of that, I've got the New York Jets with 6.5 start versus the Chargers. So the Chargers got beat last week. Everybody's talking about them being a potential playoff team. Everybody thought the Jets might not win a game this year. Yeah. They've won 5 and they've been competitive in every game. They're at home. I like the 6.5 start with $2. So,
if anyone knows the NFL, I'll stick with your judgment.
Yeah, so that gives us an $11.32 multi. That'll get you through your Monday morning.
Yeah.
a couple of things to watch there in the NFL. So happy punting and gamble responsibly.
Merry Christmas, guys, and hopefully you get a few winners up.
Sounds good.